Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Love and Rockets on 22 panels. I have got Maria, I've got Marisol, and we have Penny Century number 5 and Luba number 8 in our ninth edition of the Love and Rockets in between years. Um,
Was it Luba
so
number 8 or Luba number 1?
Luba number 1.
One.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
It's the
Okay,
ninth
okay.
edition. So
Okay.
last week was the eighth. Yeah, no. Thank you. If I said 8, I meant 1. I was looking at a 1.
Okay, just checking
Yep.
because I
Yeah,
thought, oh
no.
no, I
Good.
read
Good.
the wrong thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Completely fair. So yeah, I love
Okay.
we're looking at Penny Century number 1 first, and I love this cover, just the
Yeah,
the girl playing guitar in front of the moon. But I think
very
what I love,
1950s pinup, isn't
yeah,
Yeah.
I think what I love even more than that though is the ray up in the corner.
Yeah.
it?
Just a
Just
little.
Yeah.
just the downtrodden, confused, sad, a little bit of everything Ray, cigarette hanging out of his mouth, going, "Yeah, why
What
are
is
you looking
that
at me?"
gesture that he's doing? Is it like,
Yeah, I think
you
it's
know?
literally he just let go of his cigarette and
Yep.
Yeah.
and he hasn't like moved his fingers yet. You
Yeah.
know, he kind of paused because he looked up and he saw that we were looking through this pinhole at him, and he's like, "I'm just sitting having a smoke. Why are you looking at me?"
Totally.
The furrowed brow. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's not happy.
It's an early favorite for my favorite panel, which is weird because it's like an inset box on the cover. And then this is another issue where most of the stories actually kind of went together. We've got
Yeah,
our
they're all
we've got
happening around the same time.
our aftermath of the Costigan death.
Yep.
Uh, I did like this first one pager
Yeah, yeah,
where you
some
don't
old
know who's.
guy.
Well, I'm pretty certain it's Ray when you get to the
I thought
end.
that's so too. At least that's how
Yeah,
I read
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty certain it's
Th
Ray.
those legs don't look like Ray though. Do they?
Are you sure?
Actually, no,
That
because
that that
that could
feels
be
like his
Ray.
lounging position.
Okay.
Using books as an ottoman, that feels very Ray.
Yeah, yeah, probably is. Oh yeah, there's Ray though in that second last panel.
Oh
I was
yeah. Yeah,
thinking
yeah. There you go.
that's Ray. Yeah, so he's talking to that guy
Yeah, the black guy
saying,
goes,
"Yeah, if
rap
it's
ain't
even
even
music."
music.
Yeah, and that's the end of that discussion.
Of
Um,
course, it's the privilege the well-dressed punk rock white girl
hmm
that decides that the Hispanic man is being racist.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, again, foreshadowing, the current sort of
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought the first one was to jump on it.
self-righteous sort of stuff, that happens.
When people who are discriminated against say they're discriminated, we treat them like they're full of it. And we're right when it's the white men saying that they're being discriminated against. But
Hmm.
the rest of the time, it's like, well, you think maybe they know, but like rich white person says that's racist. They don't even talk, and it's always something that's said. It's never something that like will make a profound difference in society.
Hmm.
Mm,
You can't talk like that. We can keep having
yeah,
admissions just the way they are.
yeah.
Because that makes sense.
You can't talk like that. No, I mean, I think that
Well,
reparations would just be divisive.
there's no
It,
space
it,
for debate.
they
Right,
just have to cherry pick. That's it.
right, right.
For whatever's convenient to them.
Uh, And like I'm gonna say that I'm a relatively affluent white male, so I'm certain that I should say we sometimes. I'm certain that I've been
Come on, don't worry
guilty of
about
it
it.
at least once or twice. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I just want to own it.
No, but
try hard.
it's like we're just become too, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
Sometimes too
it
sensitive, but
it
sometimes
gets
I think not
tiresome.
enough sensitive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
well,
the election day though.
yeah. Well, that was another,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that nobody, you know, in Australia, it's compulsory to vote. So
Yeah.
when you get a decision, everybody has voted, that is eligible to vote. And unless you're a hardened criminal, like we have an election coming up, and I'm gonna be away, so I looked up at some options of how to vote, and the list of people who it's like if you maybe you can't vote because you're in jail because of this or that, because of a non-serious crime or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I think in the United States you're in not eligible to vote. I don't know, but it just feels like.
We definitely try to find ways to make people ineligible rather than
Yeah.
ways
Yeah,
to make them eligible.
yeah.
Um,
So it
It-
was
yeah.
just really weird, like
what?
I can vote from when I'm away. I'm gonna
Right.
be.
Well, but that's just totally that's how voter fraud happens. Except when military members do it while they're away. Their votes are always very very carefully handled by
No,
the
but
mail services and
it's not like I can vote with my phone or anything. I
no,
have to go to
I
the
know.
I have to go
I'm
to the
just
consulate, and I'll get a proper voting ballot, and
right,
they'll
right.
and drop it off there, and they'll send it.
I'm
But we
just
trust our institutions because we haven't quite got to where you
no,
are
no.
right now,
I'm
where.
just saying that like until about 3 months ago, there was very little evidence that we couldn't trust our institutions, particularly
Yeah,
like the U.S. mail.
yeah,
But that didn't stop people from claiming that we couldn't trust our institutions if they
yeah,
felt
right.
like the other people were using them better.
Yeah.
How about
Anyway,
this first voter just is
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Good God.
The old white guy in short shorts
And I love
saying
I
that
hope
I'm
his comment,
always first.
and hope they say, oh, he used to bring, what did he used to bring?
He used to bring
Flowers for the
flowers for all the
girl.
women.
Now
Yeah.
he only brings
This
BO.
is yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, the fact that they only have like 20 voters during a
Yeah.
whole day, that is
Yeah.
ludicrous to me. That is
Yeah.
just, and I blame people who didn't vote this last election because
I
of
do.
blah 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 blah. I
I
blame
do.
them for what's happening now.
But
Anyway,
but
carry on.
I mean, and I can't guarantee this except for the fact that almost all of her coworkers are white and
Yeah.
most of the voters that we actually see in are white. Like some of the ways that like polling places get set up are designed to be this way because like it'll be every county has to have the same number of polling places, but this county has 50 people and this county has 7 million people, so you
Mm.
have 10 polling places for 50 people and 10 polling
See,
places for 7 million people.
see, that is weird because what they do in Australia is you can vote at any polling place,
Oh.
Most
no matter
states
where
don't
you
allow
live.
that. Most state, and
You
that's the
know,
other thing.
they have a
In the
list of
United States,
everybody.
it's still state by state for rules. So, like California, New York, Illinois have much broader voting rules than Florida, Mississippi,
Yeah, of
Texas.
course they do. Yeah. Anyway, ugh,
So,
I think
yeah,
you're mad. I think it's madness. Anyway,
yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
don't know how
yeah.
you can be a nation with all this state shit, like how can you be a
That's a
nation and be all
very good
together?
question
We're a fucking mess here.
Like, yes, we
because
have states
because
that they have
because
different rules for certain
we've
things,
spent
but
200 years kicking certain problems down the road. I
Mm.
mean, a lot of the issues that we have in terms of voting rights, in terms of like exactly how to define certain other rights, etc., have been around since the Constitutional Convention. And the decision was made in the room. We're never gonna, we're never gonna like manage to write this in a way that all 13 states will agree to. So we're going to leave it vague and kick it to Congress. And for 200 plus years, each Congress has kicked it to the next Congress.
Oh boy. Anyway, carry on. Come on.
Yeah. I do
Got
like the
time.
passage of time showed here,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
clock. And
So
I love to see Maggie there and happy, and then it breaks my heart how sad or like how angry Hopi is, particularly because I think at this point we have no idea why.
yeah.
You know, we
Don't
get
know.
that
No,
story later. We're just like, oh my God, Maggie and Hopi, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Fighting.
Why?
and hope he won't take her sunglasses off, and we find out
Right.
later. I think she's been crying or something, or I don't know
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I do like the
So
upside down Hoppy.
I forget if she was like crying or if like she was supposed
I don't
to,
know.
like, she had bags under her eyes from not sleeping. Could be
Right.
either one, honestly.
She went to Costigan's funeral, but nobody else she knew was there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
supposedly Penny was supposed to be there.
Right. But she
and
wasn't.
Maggie
And Maggie.
and Maggie.
Except that nobody told Maggie. Penny
Mm.
told Hopi that Maggie was going to be there, but Penny didn't tell Maggie that Maggie
Yep.
was going to be there.
And therein
Yeah,
lies the problem. And at the end of the day, I think that's the problem with Penny, just being
Yeah,
Penny.
yeah.
mm,
But it
really.
makes me frustrated that Hopi that when she learns that she's still mad at Maggie.
Not until she finds out. uh, Not until she finds out that Maggie divorced her husband. I mean,
Right.
what husband?
Well,
Anyway,
that's in the next part of the story.
Yeah, supposed to be
what the?
engaged. I don't remember to who.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. But
Sorry.
I'm just thinking that like at this, I haven't talked to Penny in weeks. I didn't know anything about going to any funeral till the day after. Should have been the point where Hopi stopped being Maggie or mad at Maggie and started being mad at Penny, and that they were able to bond over that rather than continuing to be at each other's throat.
Mm.
To me, anyway.
Yeah. I think Hope is just beyond at the moment. At
But
this
she's
point.
just, yeah, she's not in a good place.
No, she's not in a good place. Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Well, we'll get there soon. And then we go out to the
Oh,
beach.
I love this whole strip here. Like it's so beautifully. This whole issue is beautifully
Yeah.
drawn. I mean, I know that every issue is beautifully drawn, but I thought this was particularly nice. Like
This
this
top
page
panel
here.
here,
Yeah,
where the wide shot of them
it's
in the
slightly
convertible,
Mobius like
right?
or
Oh yeah,
something.
oh yeah.
It's got
Well,
a
it's
Mobius kind of.
Mobius like it's got elements of so many 60s movies where they
Some,
drive off into the
yeah.
stumps or they I mean how common was that, like the movie ending by the car driving into the camera, you know.
Mm.
um
It's a good panel, though.
yeah, it's a great panel.
Great shot.
And I think it's
Eh,
because of the sparse
yeah,
the landscape around them makes it
Mhm.
very
yeah,
very surreal, really cool.
yeah.
So fair. But
And then
they're
the
in the desert, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
the service station worker is another example of how Jaime doesn't half-ass any characters.
No,
You can look at this guy and start to tell a story.
yep.
He's drinking on the job. It might be a Coke, but it looks more like malt liquor. You know,
It looks like an Australian beer stubby.
right, right.
We have these little bottles.
Yeah, 2 days stubble. Doesn't really look like he washed his uniform yesterday.
No, he's a mechanic, I think, or something.
Maybe he might just be a gas station attendant, though.
Well, yeah.
You never know. But
Yeah,
you do know there's a story there.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
see,
but
another
he's
great
not a
panel that
one-dimensional, he's not scenery, is what I mean.
no,
He's
no.
like he's a character inhabiting their world. We just happen not to
Well, it's
be learning
storytelling,
about him today. Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's
it's
story.
like it's not like what you see in comics nowadays sometimes where everybody but the main characters or the main focus of the panels are
Right.
just vaguely drawn.
Mm,
So they fade into
I
the background. Everyone here, like regardless, main character or not, or like an extra, if it's not like if the crowd is not meant to be like far away or be seen as so
yeah,
big
there's
you
detail.
can't make out details,
Right.
always going to be
mm,
detail in every character you see.
Well,
Which
and
I
yeah.
and
love.
I might have brought this up previously, but I always think about Amazing Fantasy 15, that first Spider-Man story, that aside from the fact that it's only 11 pages and manages to like establish the entire Spider-Man mythos and most of the iconic poses that would be used for the next 50 years. Um, in those 50 years, you've also had full comics, sometimes miniseries, written about essentially every character that you see at any point in that story. There's a
Right.
one-shot issue about the little kid that goes, "Hey, mom, look, he's climbing the wall," and Peter manages to get away before mom looks up and says, "Oh, stop telling stories." There's a one-page comic about those, or not a one page. There's a one-issue comic about the mom and kid.
Wow.
Because Ditko and credit where credit's due, Stan Lee in this case managed to craft this little perfect window.
Mm,
But where Jaime is amazing is he does that with every freaking issue every time. Every I'm not certain either Ditko or Stan were ever as good as they were on those 11 pages, right?
mm.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
And those feel like an average 11 pages of Jaime Hernandez work to me.
Yeah. That I love that panel pulling up at the motel.
Yeah.
That is one sweet panel.
That's another I love his, it's almost a cinematic thing, except that so often he does angles that you don't see in film because they'd be really hard to film.
Mhm.
Yeah. Not anymore with
Man,
drones.
Yeah.
well, but even with
That
drones, you
used to
got to
be a helicopter in those days
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
or a
But you
crane.
still got to manage. You still got to manage to hold them in the right place and manage
Yeah.
to envision the idea that, oh, I mean, because this is just a really low angle down the roof. So
Yeah.
essentially, if you were filming this, you would
It'd be
need to
a
be
good.
holding the camera maybe 6 inches above the peak of the roof because you can
Mm,
see the peak of the roof. So it can't be
yeah.
quite on the peak of the roof, but it's
Yeah.
such a low angle going down from the peak of the roof that like you'd have to be holding it like peak of the roof's here, you're like 4 inches back and 6 inches up and straight down at the car.
Yeah.
You can only see half the sidewalk.
That's the beauty of comics.
It
Yep.
is, but
It,
it's also the
and we
beauty that despite the fact that I can't imagine that he'd ever seen something from that angle,
Mhm.
no.
it popped into his
Like
head as a good angle.
the
Yeah.
perspective that they have in these issues and some of these panels is incredible.
Right.
I
I mean,
gotta
for that,
somehow, some way they had to have some kind of reference photos, but I don't think so.
yeah. I mean, for
So
that matter, just
put
just
yourself
on this page in two other panels, the
yeah.
first panel, like essentially the camera's got to be coming out of the ocean to look up the hill.
Mm,
Yeah, like
that's
out
a
of the
great panel
lake
too.
there.
And then the second camera or the second panel when they're in their convertible again, like the camera's got to be like mounted on the back door just before you get to the back seat.
Mhm. And it's incredibly impressive because like I
Yeah.
got to see how talented and imaginative they must be to put themselves in those scenarios at those angles to be able to draw these shots.
And also to do all of these panel, I mean, all of these panels like fit into the 22 panels, but they're like creative renditions of they're not basic rendition. They're 22 panels with a twist,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know. Which is another one of the things that gets discussed when we wind up discussing the 22 panels, because there's like two sets of artists, and their immediate response to the 22 panels. There's a set that's like, yeah, how do you draw lazy comics? And there's the other set that's like, it is so brilliant that he put together the hack. So if you're having trouble figuring out how to format a dialogue scene, you can just go and pick something and then
Mm.
work on making the beauty the detail rather than the strict storytelling.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah,
such a beautiful medium, comics, honestly.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, and this I you guys watched the Jaime documentary, or the Jaime and Gilbert documentary that was on PBS a year or two
Yep.
ago.
Oh,
I remember
The link for it, but I don't remember if
right.
I found to watch
So
it.
so every time I see a scene like this one here, where you've got mom slamming down the phone, and then they're having a conversation as they're eating lunch, as they're hanging up clothes, and Neger's going to
oh yeah.
bed, tucking her in, and then as they're at the fair the next day, it reminds me of Jaime talking about
Hank
uh
Ketchum.
yeah, Hank Ketchum and Dennis the Menace episode or issue,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
where it's like they're having this conversation, but while they're having this conversation, they eat dinner, they go upstairs, they take a bath, they get ready for bed.
Yeah.
You know. And like he really takes that to heart in terms of you're getting snippets of a conversation. There's lots of words that you're not getting because this is kind of a running conversation that goes throughout the day and into the next, which we
Look at
often
that.
we often do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, before you move to the next page, that last panel, I love um what's her name? The mother?
Norma.
Uh Norma, yeah.
Norma. Norma's body language, like she's throwing, but she's
Yeah, I don't think she's ever
it's
thrown a baseball
a
before.
weak
And she's in
throw.
heels.
Oh
And she,
God. No.
but just the way her body is just tells you the whole story of, that
Well, and
she
I
missed
and
him.
I love that you can also see how poorly she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the
Completely
whole
missed the
trajectory
bottles,
of the
balance. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, beautiful yeah, just love that pose. It's great
And
observation.
I wonder if she's actually a lefty or is just so unaccustomed to throwing things that though it
Yeah, we
does look like
haven't.
she always
Well,
holds her cigarette in her left hand.
yeah,
Yeah. It's her left hand.
and the phone, she's
And the
slamming the
phone.
phone with
Yeah.
the left
Yeah.
hand.
She
So
she she does seem to just holding the phone with her left hand here, hanging it up there. Yeah, so
yeah.
maybe she's a lefty.
So there you go. And that's something that Jaime would have built into her.
Yeah, I'm certain. I'm certain.
Yeah,
Because you don't manage to be that consistent unless it's on purpose.
Right.
yeah.
I'm pretty certain that not all of Jaime's characters are left-handed, though now I'm going to pay attention because, like,
Yeah, no, we
does he just
I would
naturally
just
draw
her.
lefties, or
No.
I doubt it.
Me?
Yeah, I doubt it too.
I also love how it feels like it's the first time Norma's ever had any fun.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's what I took from especially this page
Yeah,
where like getting spooked by the cheesy carnival rides. But like
right.
she's here with her daughter, she's having a great time. And
I love the
Daughter
roller coaster
admits
one.
that she loved it too.
just seeing how
Mm,
Norma has acted in the
Yeah.
previous issues that we've seen her in. She seems like she's had to keep up some sort of
Facade.
Appearances.
hoity-toity persona because she was Costigan's ex.
Right.
And especially like with that pool party she threw, inviting all those other people, that kind of sold it for me that she's had to
Yeah.
look like that since either
Yeah.
she divorced Costigan or since she was even with him
Right.
because of who he is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
like because she wants the money or she wants Negra to have the money, etc., she has to like keep up the appearance that she deserves it rather than she's some sort of gold digger.
Yeah.
If you act rich, it's easier to convince people that you should be rich than like if you're in an apartment and working for a living and saying, but my daughter.
Yep. And I have to wonder too, like, is she doing all that actually for her daughter or just so she can continue her extravagant lifestyle in much
Be
more?
both. It really does feel like one of those things that could be two things are true.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet that in her head, she's doing it for her daughter.
Mhm.
But if she was truly self-reflective, she would understand that her actions didn't always support that.
Yeah. That it's a
I,
lot usually for herself.
I really love watching them have fun here.
Oh yeah.
And that the fun for the daughter is less in what they're doing and more in the, geez, mom, I had no idea that like mom, it's just a cheap ride, but look at that smile.
Yeah.
The
Just grinning ear to ear.
Kylie, mom, you were, and then really quickly or really, really quietly, I like it too.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the election day.
Yep.
And we meet Guy Goforth. So
Guy
it wasn't the guy
Goforth.
that I thought.
Yeah.
Fucking Hulk of a man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
He looks like Clark Kent, but
he
A little
does.
not as pretty. He
massive.
looks like Superman.
And I love how angry Maggie or not Maggie, Hopi
Hoping.
is here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and
And
Hopi and me go back to when we were a couple of teeny tiny funky bottle throwing
Chingonas.
chingonas,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and like Hopi's just
And
thinking swastika.
Yep.
yeah. But she got really anxious when Guy Goforth
Yeah,
that middle right panel there. She's like,
she
oh no,
does.
Maggie and Guy Goforth together. How does
Right,
that work?
right. Right. Well, and I think part of this issue, and she knows that Maggie's immediately going to pick up on it,
Yep.
Yeah.
is that like she does like Guy Goforth, but
Yeah.
she's not bi like Maggie. She likes him as a friend. She's gay. When
Yeah.
it comes to liking, he's got the wrong anatomy.
Yes.
Mm.
For Hopi, yes.
That whole thing with Tex was a one night thing. They were drunk. It was with
Things
Penny.
got a little crazy. Penny was there.
Right. But she does like Guy, and she
Mhm.
doesn't know how to navigate, like, how do I let you know that I'd like to be friends,
But that's
but
all
that
it
it's
took.
never gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, for someone like Hopi, that's a scary and difficult thing to navigate.
right. Well, but particularly because he's this big, huge, hulking
Very
goofball of a
male.
nice guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very male, but also very teddy
But
bear.
really, really nice. Yeah. Very nice
Right.
guy.
That's a good way to
Not
And
big,
he's
huge, and scary. He's the big,
no.
huge teddy bear. I have
Yeah.
one on my bed now because I came across it at the grocery store and it was on sale and my wife got it for me. I have a teddy bear on my bed that's like as big as me.
Amazing.
Right. But that's the type of teddy bear that guy is.
Yeah.
You know, he's the one that takes up half of your bed.
Yeah.
And then we go back to like even like pissed off at each other, even somewhere where they're in a public restroom. When Maggie and Hopi are together, they don't need to close the door to the stall because
Yeah.
it gets in the way of talking. How many times have we seen that with one or the other of them sitting on the toilet while they talk?
Mm.
Which is a kind of intimacy. I get it.
Yeah.
Definitely
I
very much
totally
a
get it.
thing
Yeah.
with a person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you're not just gonna sit with anyone in a public bathroom with the stall door open.
Right. I can't think of anybody that I'd sit in the public bathroom with the stall door open for. At home, it's a different thing. But that's part of the charm of Maggie and Hopi. They do all sorts of things that like we wouldn't do, but on another side we go, but why wouldn't we do that? What's actually wrong with that? Is there anything actually wrong with that, or is it just an
Well,
expectation
no,
thing?
there isn't.
You know?
Probably more of an expectations thing.
Yeah. Um,
We see Hopi snapping at Maggie,
yep. Yep.
angry that she left her alone.
Yeah. And then
Ugh,
going out with Guy again.
yeah.
And then the
God,
polls
when
close.
they argue hard and it hurts.
It does.
Mm.
It
No, it's
does.
pretty disturbing.
Well, and it like even more so that like Maggie comes back anyway, and not only will Hopi not take a ride home, but when you get in the car, you discover that he's going out of her out of his way to take her home rather than it's on the way or whatever.
Right.
Mm.
So she'd not only rather ride with this guy that she met today, but she'd rather put this guy that she met today out of his way than to
Mm.
accept the
Yeah.
ride from her best friend. Um, and you just feel her pain. I think most of us have been through a day like that with our best friends once or twice.
Mm.
Thankfully, as we
Yeah.
get older, we're better at not going through them. So like you gotta look back at like your best friend from middle school or high school or college to remember, oh yeah, there was that time that we didn't talk for a week.
Yeah.
Um, but that's when we got to remember that that's about how old they are here.
Yeah.
They're
Still
they're mid-20s
fairly
now.
young.
Mid-20s, maybe starting to push 30. But if they are, it's a young 30, if only because they had to do so much of their growing up on their own.
Right.
You know,
I think it's like probably mid-late 20s that they're in right now.
that's what it feels like. It feels like 26, 27.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the discovery of what's been going on.
Yeah.
Mostly
Penny
she just
finally.
looks tired.
So yeah, I guess she's tired. I couldn't believe that face when she took her sunglasses off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, tired. She's angry. She's upset, and she's been, yeah, trying to hide it with her sunglasses on.
And we got Penny
And Penny
calling.
calls finally and tells her. So yeah, so then we find out, right?
Yeah.
That
Then we find out that Maggie's been married.
yeah, and has
But
divorced the
isn't
guy, and
anymore.
And I don't think
we don't know. We're like, when did that happen?
which also kind of gives us a idea of kind of the gap that we've gotten in their lives because, the last time we really saw them together, they clearly were younger. And
Yeah.
now it's kind of the indication that it's maybe been 2 or 3 years where they weren't quite as Maggie and Hopi,
Mm,
you know.
that's that sequence of Hopi, finding out all this stuff and
Right?
realizing stuff pretty amazing too.
Well, and then Norma being arrested.
Yeah.
But then this time has passed because now Hopi and Maggie are back.
Yeah, they're watching on the yeah, so what's
They're
not clear to me
well,
is the last panel on this page happening at the same time as
no,
this, and then
no,
the
it's
first
not.
panel of the next page is a follow-up news story, or are we
No,
transitioning to the next day? I think we're
we
transitioning to the next day for the last panel.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
I-
then now we cut to them watching television and they're
yeah.
together. So time has passed. We don't know whether it's the next day or you know, but they're obviously comfortable again with each other and
Yeah, and I do think like it is the next day because the last panel at the
Yeah.
bottom right, Maggie says, "I left you that phone message last night."
Right. And if you'd called me back, I was going to tell you that I hated you, go away, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. Mm.
I do also love this panel where it's like, poor Negra, poor Norma, poor Mr. Patty.
Yeah.
How's
How's
he
he gonna
gonna
tell the
tell the grandkids?
Oh man.
And then guy go
Yeah.
forth one. Oh, I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Thank you, guy. Go forth,
freaking
Yeah.
guy.
jerk.
Right. Mm.
Goodness.
Um,
I also love the last line here. The funniest thing is, I never knew she was married.
yeah. None of us did, lady. Who is this person anyway?
Basically, who's
Who
this
do we know
random?
who she is?
Not right now.
Mm-mm.
Okay. We'll find out, hopefully.
I think we wind up finding out some later.
I think
Okay.
earlier in this issue, like her name's like Rosie. I think maybe on the last page.
No, she was
Okay.
married to a man. That much I remember. Maggie was married to
No,
a
no, that's
man.
this
Oh, you meant
lady.
who's the lady?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and I don't think we ever find
I
out
don't
in
remember
the
her.
issue who Maggie married. It's just some guy.
I think there's some I feel like there's at least a short story later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We don't
No,
know
I
anything about
hope.
it right now. I mean, this funniest thing is I never knew she was married is really like the tip to the audience that yeah, you're not hallucinating. You never saw
Yeah.
Maggie get married.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. Yeah,
That
that's right.
story hasn't been
That's
told yet.
that's the nod to the audience. Like, I know, I haven't
Yeah.
said any, haven't told
Right.
you.
Right.
There
Right.
are
Right.
people in the story who don't know about it.
Right.
Oh man.
I like and then we find out that Penny Century is off on Venus or
On the moon
Mars,
or
the
somewhere.
moon, something like
Yeah.
that. Um,
Use
Which
Tortita.
reminds me, I hope it.
beginning her serious superhero phase. And I also love that
And
it finishes with which reminds me, I hope Hopi for a plane ticket and a hotel room.
and her hairdo is very different. Like she
Yeah.
looks
Oh
very
yeah.
1950s, kind of like the cover.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
She's got that sort of like the pinup 1950s cover that
Hmm.
he did. Yeah.
The letters were okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
letters were nothing special.
Yeah. But then the to be announced on the back was funny.
Yes. This is cute.
Everybody get out. I mean, first of all, the idea that like these small pits would
Getting
be good
into
enough. I mean, it makes the girl that doesn't get off of the
the
more
bench.
comfortable bench like make all the more sense.
Hmm.
And then it's like, oh, the mushroom cloud's just gonna stay and everything's back to normal.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
also like that furniture is insane.
I
Yes.
know, what the hell?
Small
What
coffee
the hell?
table, really tall. How did the kids even get up there without knocking them
Stools
over?
and the
Thank
weird television.
Right,
That was really strange.
you. And just the tall TV too.
right. That was a thing
Yeah.
for a while because there were TVs that had like a radio too. So this
Oh,
bottom part is the speaker.
okay.
Um,
Then that makes a little more sense. The chairs are
so
still weird.
but yeah, no, these are like bar chairs, but they're
Well,
next to a coffee table.
hmm.
And they've got the
Matches.
same, yeah, they match the coffee table. Like if
They're
they
like
Yeah.
didn't match the coffee table, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But they match the coffee table. And it's like who sits 2 feet higher than the tabletop?
Yeah. It is very, very,
what
very.
ridiculousness.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Oh yeah.
It's always fun. I mean, let's face it. That's why we keep doing this. Um,
That's right.
I sometimes worry that it's becoming less interesting to the listeners, but because it's just as much or more fun to us, we don't even think about that.
Right. Because we're just
Because
having
it's
a
like
great old
Yeah.
time.
because it's like we know each other well enough and our thoughts on the book, and we've been having an ongoing conversation for like 2 years now. So I don't feel like we always set up what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is where I tell people, like, go find the comics, read along with us. That will make it more interesting. Luba #1, the
Yes.
beginning of Luba in America,
Yeah.
with the guy
Now,
wearing a Beto t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a
That,
cool way to sign.
it's a
That's a
nice
cool
touch.
way to sign a comic.
yeah.
And I like the toss back to like EC Comics in terms of the trade dress, where you got the title across the top and then the little
Oh,
bar.
okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I love the first story here. A little bit in America, which is really just her dream.
I love
Yep.
that you can see her boobs from behind.
Yeah.
Because they're so big that they
Yeah.
so I can see her breasts.
I love that Beto is okay with letting them sag
Yeah.
rather than doing
That's
the
nature.
the
Right.
the superhero soccer balls never move.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh no, this very natural. And her body is always consistent. Yeah, skinny legs,
Yeah.
broad shoulders, just like
Um,
her daughter. And the
Yep.
way they're bouncing there and she's holding
yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
it's all very
That's
natural kind of.
the thing. Like that she just like one arm holds her boobs to run.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that struggle.
Anybody with boobs that big would have to do that.
Yeah.
This way you don't knock yourself out with one of them. Jesus.
Yeah.
She gets her information, but they wind up out at the real lake.
Yeah, because we don't really know who the guy is that takes her to that. Like,
No,
Must
he's like a
be.
PI that she hired,
yeah,
is what it feels like.
on word. No,
Or
it's
no, it's somebody who owed a
for
favor
Gorgo.
to Gorgo, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like less a
And
She's
PI
part of
and
the
more
her.
somebody who owed him a favor.
I
Yeah.
love this panel. the
Yeah.
walking home with the hammer from the suburbs with the city in the distance, and her thinking about her dream, her and why can't I remember her husband's name right now?
Camo.
Yeah,
Camo.
her and
Camo.
Camo, you know, the rare non-full moon. We've got our crescent moon
Hmm.
up there. That's such a beautiful panel.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Yeah.
She tucks Camo in.
Mm.
And then somehow the moon is full now, but
Yeah.
we won't. That happens all the time. That you go from a
When
you
the
go from a
situation
wane
calls for
when you
it,
go
there's
from
always
a
going to be
waning
a full
crescent
moon.
to a full moon. It's like we went back 4 days.
A month later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's either almost a month later or like 5 or 6 days before, one of the two.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or she's dreaming again because we're back at the lake.
That too.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we spend some time with
The rest
and
of
this
She and
is yeah,
Petra.
and this is another one where we kind of we figure out quicker than we did with Jaime last week, but this whole story is going on at the same time. We're getting Luba's story and then the kids and sisters story and then Luba's story, but it's happening simultaneously. Um, I continue to just love Venus and Casimiro the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are just the best.
Casimiro is wearing a Wilson t-shirt, so apparently she was into Dan Klaus.
Oh, I don't
Venus's
know.
t-shirt has her own name.
Yeah. Which strip of Dan Klaus is Wilson? I can't remember. I
It's
know.
it's called Wilson.
Oh, but I missed that
He's got
one.
a volume out called Wilson. I don't know if it was originally in um 8 Ball,
Right. Okay. I should look at
but
my eight
but
balls and look for it because I don't
there
remember
is a
Wilson.
book called Wilson.
Okay.
Oh,
Though I suppose there's also a sporting goods company called Wilson, so
yeah.
but
Well,
it feels more likely that they'd be doing homage to Klaus.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'll look at my eight balls because I've
and then
got a
we've got
lot of them.
The Hanson t-shirt.
Yeah. With a love heart.
Yeah.
And Venus is kind of play acting the situation that they're actually in. With dad moves away and the mom gets a lot of boyfriends. That's Petra,
Yeah.
and then the mom's half sister Luba is never home, and very soon she will come home on a Friday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
And Fritzy tells her off for for
And
putting it all out there.
actually,
Mm.
Wilson was the first book Klaus had published without first serializing it.
Oh,
So it
Oh. Oh,
ap-
that's why I don't have
didn't
it.
appear in 8 Ball. Came out in 2010. So
All right.
maybe, I
I missed
mean,
that.
because they know each other, it's still not a guarantee that it's not a relation, because who knows when he started working on it.
Mm.
But that makes it a little less likely that it's the Klaus reference because it certainly
Yeah.
hadn't been published at this point.
No, it's
Um,
quite a ways away.
so that's one to stick in the back of my head for the next time I talk to Beto. Um, I love that I'm just assuming that I'll get to talk to Beto again. I have confidence. We'll have him back. He seemed to enjoy talking to us.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no,
And then,
Fritz playing therapist here, and then Venus admitting that like she is really bothered by the fact that the family's not together.
yeah.
mm,
Poor
All of
thing.
it. Well, and for that matter, I love Casimiro sticking up for
Dumb
Venus.
lisp.
It's like she can miss her if she wants to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she's
yeah.
allowed.
Yeah, dumb lisp.
Uh,
Anti-dumb lisp.
But then this
Oh, wow.
last panel is like so real in terms of like so many family dynamics. Nah, my family doesn't even notice when I'm away. They never know
Mhm.
what's going on. Drives me crazy.
Mm.
You
Uh,
know.
And yet everybody's actually thinking
Right.
about her.
You know, her absence is the entire focal point of the previous pages. Then we get to learn a little bit more about Gorgo.
yeah. We get to.
And or the one page reminder because it's been a while since
And
Yeah.
we saw
Gorgo
Gorgo.
was prominent, you know.
Yeah, I thought he was dead,
Right.
to be
Right?
honest. I thought he had died, but obviously no.
Fucking
Oh,
Steve is great here.
fucking Steve.
Fucking Steve. And we'll get to learn about Igor's enormous penis.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh,
Mm,
did we already know that? I have
I
a
don't
feeling
know.
that I've seen his
I
penis before.
Because
It's
we haven't
possible.
seen Igor in a while. It's been a handful of issues since we last saw them. And of course, at the end of the story, that's fucking Steve's takeaway.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And
Lucky he's got such a big
here's
dick.
my question. Does he actually have it in his contract that he can't play other gigs, or is that his way of letting Steve down? Because remember, this all started with um I've stuck by Steve for years now. I'm not about to throw it away just because he's completely talentless.
Yeah.
Aren't
I
friends
mean,
worth
aren't
wasting your
friends worth
life for?
wasting your life for? So like it makes me wonder, is it really he's not allowed to play with Steve anymore, or is that his way of like gently letting Steve down? Hey, we can still be friends, we can still jam together, but my contract
Or
says I can only play on the show.
Mhm.
or has people made it so she, keeps control of him and
That's also
you know,
possible. It
yeah,
could totally
Very
go either way.
you know.
And this show is just ridiculous and fun.
That's so weird.
I mean,
I
what are
mean,
these things?
what
Mm.
are they? Are they real? Are they little people in costumes?
I
And
mean, there's certainly little people in, I assume they're little people in costumes, but like, what are they supposed to be?
yeah, no, I don't know.
I
And the
just chuckled
little sequence
it
at the top.
was just so buck wild.
Uh, uh.
Nothing makes
Yeah.
sense. It's just you just gotta
No.
roll with it.
Did you see that Guadalupe is wearing a new love t-shirt?
Oh,
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
Marisela.
plug the I'm sorry, Marcella is wearing a new love t-shirt. So you got to plug the old book.
Yeah.
uh, and that at least apparently borrowed, quote
Borrowed
unquote,
the arm,
arm for
borrowed the
Did we
arm.
know? Did we know that Doralis was gay, or did we not know?
I think we
I don't
already
think
knew.
did we?
Okay,
I didn't think so.
Maybe
I didn't
not.
realize.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. I mean, we certainly, I mean, maybe it's a situation like Maggie getting married where people
Uh-huh.
in the book knew, but we hadn't been told yet.
Yeah.
You know, because I
I don't
love the
recall.
whole coming out on the show might be the easiest way to tell mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. That's too funny.
I also love the girl power shirt for
And Casimira also says when I was at first I was going to marry your
right.
son, Pipo, but now I want to marry you and
It's
and
in the blood, you know.
it's in the blood, Yeah.
Oh, too funny.
So yeah, it's a few.
That family thing again.
Oh, the butt plug is back.
Yeah, I was about to say that family thing that I'm pretty certain is just a butt plug, but
I still can't get over that um Guadalupe married Gato, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
it
weird.
is
Why?
a
I
little.
know.
Gato of all people.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming that he must be a very sweet man.
He wasn't very,
Gato
he wasn't
though.
great with people.
It's
I
Gato.
think.
I mean, I will totally admit that he's um what's the word I'm looking for? Dumb. He's dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got your sweet story right here, baby.
But
Touching.
but
Let me.
if like I think one of the problems between him and Pipo was like he's dumb but thinks he's a businessman. She's smart and does business well.
Yes.
Mm,
So he was constantly just feeling
Inadequate.
yes,
emasculated.
Hmm.
right. Whereas I think in this relationship, he can be a father, do
Hmm.
his own thing as long as he's not so dumb that he ruins the family. And his wife takes care of everything, him, bills, making the money, etc. Um,
Yeah.
in exchange for him being good with the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was an insane trade-off.
It
Mm,
is.
Ah, boy.
But she seems to have made it willingly.
Yeah.
Um, and like he has the feeling of a little bit of a stay-at-home dad, and there's advantages to that if you want to be able to have a career.
Yeah.
Um, I try not to put
mm.
too much judgment on trade-offs in relationships where everybody seems happy.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because then I have to start assuming that I know what all of the parties value.
Hmm.
I mean, there are a ton of people. It would be easy to look at my life and go, "What does your wife get out of this?"
Yeah.
I look at my life, and go, "What does my wife get out of this?" But she assures me that she does.
There you go.
So at some point, you just gotta trust. You
Just gotta trust that they're as happy as they seem.
yeah.
And then we
And
got
they do actually, and like I'm, I don't know how much we've seen them before, but I know we'll see them later. They do wind up looking like a relationship that, like, I mean, I don't remember if it actually lasts forever,
Hmm.
but like it has legit good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
And then we get to see the three sisters
yeah.
hanging out with Gorgo and taking care of him for a little.
A- And that top panel is funny because all the men walking past are going, "Look at those three
Yeah,
women with the
that
boobs."
yeah. Every one of them is given the side eye and or just full on turning his head. And then there's the one is that a yeah, there's the one
There's
woman
a
with her
woman.
boyfriend that's like, well,
Get
first
away from
cool and
there.
second,
She's
what the
pulling,
hell are you looking at?
and she's pulling his
and,
arm
and
like,
and the mom and the child looking just straight ahead.
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Don't turn your head, Junior. It's
Yep.
dirty.
yeah.
Oh, too funny. We get a look again at that little the good
The
luck
butt plug.
button thing.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be their little good luck charm, their little totem of
I love
protection.
that they're giving him a bath.
Yeah.
I hate that
Yeah.
he still looks sad.
Yeah.
Well, Maria's not there anymore. Well, he's really
Mhm.
Oh,
old,
no, no,
He is
that
just
wasn't,
super.
it wasn't a statement of like, oh, he's got these beautiful women giving him a bath. How does he look sad? It's like
Like, no, that's just.
they're giving him a bath, part because he needs the help, and part because they're trying to make him feel better.
Mhm.
Um, but Maria's gone, so there's nothing
There's only so
Mm,
much they can do
right,
that actually make him feel better.
right.
yeah.
Yeah, because he was in like straight up in love with Maria, wasn't he?
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
Mm.
And that was kind of what the one page story about him like
Yeah.
recapped.
Uh,
Is he fell in love with her and it completely changed what he did for his life. He went from being
The
the murderer who could
woman.
find any woman, period,
Yeah.
to I'm protecting this family. That's
yeah.
my mission in life. And
Yeah.
then we finish up with the whole missing mom again.
Yeah.
And we come full circle back. Also, like, wasn't there? Yeah, we've got is Maricela
Yes.
with and
With
Ophelia
With Ophelia.
understands my feelings and maintains the terrible scars on her back were caused by an old church falling down on her during an earthquake. In confidence, her doctor told me it's likely the scars came from hastily removed bullets. Dear God, what did they do to you, sweet Ophelia?
Mm.
Yeah. This is all narration from Guadalupe.
Right. We've
Big.
got all of this narration about how one of the big parts of the family is like hiding the previous trauma.
The previous life. Yeah, the trauma,
What
that's right.
what what
Yeah.
what you don't know can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Keeping a secret under the guise of keeping everybody safe.
Right.
Where I think actually in this scenario is kind of on the nose. Given
Yeah, though.
some of the past related to like
Yeah.
Gorgo and Luba's upbringing and Ophelia
But at
and
the
those.
same time, it's always harder to not understand where your parents are coming from.
Mhm.
You know, if they knew more about Luba as they got older, they would probably have more compassion for her
Yeah,
strengths and weaknesses as a mother,
with all the things that
Yeah.
she went through, a lot of her, I'm
right?
sure they think that a lot of her behaviors would make a lot of sense.
And just like as Marisela has learned more about Ophelia, she has a different take on how strong she is, how much she did for the family.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's
Because
also Guadalupe thinking that.
yeah, I'm sorry, Guadalupe. I'm terrible with names to begin with, and when we've got so many characters that I love them all, it's like,
Yeah.
My biggest confusion usually is Casimira Dorales. You know, for some reason I get them mixed up. I'm starting to.
Casamira is the one without an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah, no, I
Doralice,
know.
Doralice is the one with the big bazooms.
Well, Doralice, now that the Doralice show is more prominent, I'm starting to be a lot more kind of,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of on point with who's who. But yeah, before. No, this
Mhm.
last is back.
This last one is like this is why children shouldn't read Love and Rockets
Pl-
because it
Don't play with
seems
fridges.
yeah it seems to advocate playing with old refrigerators.
And then you might get a nice surprise. Your auntie might pop out.
Right.
Your
Oh,
pale auntie.
yeah.
Who looked
La
like a ghost.
sorpresa. Yeah.
Goodness, Fritz.
That was weird.
I always forget how pale Fritz is supposed to be until
Yeah.
we see pages like this in color. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah,
And
I
Petra's
know
supposed to be
she's
the
deathly pale.
Yeah.
goodness.
So many
All
emotions in
right.
these pages.
Ah,
I love how we see the joy and the pain and the worry and the like just
The lust.
for for 20 some odd pages to have that much emotion just totally crammed in is
Mm.
just amazing.
stunning. Yeah.
So panels, we have panel favorites.
Yes. Me.
I'm gonna my winner is Luba and Kamo in the sky on page 9 as Luba
With
is
diamonds.
walking home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I mean, it's really Luba and Kamo in the sky with flames.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one. I gotta find the page from mine. Oh God. Please stop freaking out for 2 seconds. Where my
Well,
phone?
I've got one. So,
Okay.
page 11, I think. Um, so when Fritzy goes out to have a cigarette and Venus joins her in, what I like is not it's the next few panels when they're talking and Guadalupe is approaching. It's very cinematic. So Guadalupe
Okay.
is coming from the background to the foreground, and in the next page there's a third page where she finally is revealed, and she goes, "Hey, I love that sequence,
So the four
because there
panels.
is,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
three panels really,
Well, and
they
as I think about this, since this is page 11,
that's the rhythm of it
that's
is he reveals her in the next page, but
right.
she's coming
Well, but
from
because
the
this is
middle there.
page, I mean, you have the original, so
Yeah,
you can tell me, but because this is page 11, it should be a page turn, not a page scan, right?
yeah, it's a page turn. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, you're on the right hand side. That's the
And you
right
have to
hand side
turn the
page,
page and she gets
and you have
there.
to turn the page, and you reveal he reveals Guadalupe. Yeah.
That is
So
the biggest thing that I prefer about reading um
in real life.
physical comics versus digital comics is that great artists handle things differently when they're going from one side of the spread to the other versus a
Mm,
page turn that you can't
Mhm.
always get as well digitally unless you just always read two-page spreads.
mm.
But then it can be smaller and harder to read
Mhm.
because I don't have a tablet that's as big as a two-page spread.
Right.
Yeah.
Physically a
um,
monitor.
right.
I have to say my favorite for this is the whole page of page 3, where we see Luba naked brandishing her trusty hammer, running into man on fire. And just
Yeah.
instant recognition of who he is. Because I immediately thought, like, oh, who's the one character, male character I know in this series who has, been victim to fire? Like, maybe not to this intensity, of course, but it's Kamo.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like, who else would Luba be running like that to like help? Because by
Yeah.
her expressions in the middle two panels, it looks like she's scared or concerned and wants to help him.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's such a good page. And another one where like using that inset to like
Mhm.
Yeah.
give
To
her
emphasize
right.
the expression when she sees him for the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
And like when you said naked but with her hammer, I immediately when I was in senior care, we had uh we had an incident one night where we went to check on one of our residents and discovered that she was sitting on the edge of her bed, wearing only a Depends and her robe down around her arms, and there was a male resident still fully clothed, but sitting in a armchair, deer in headlights. Because remember, this is dementia care.
Yeah.
Deer in headlights, but almost in a Hugh Hefner deer in headlights pose. And we kind of
Okay.
shuffled him out of the room. And as we're talking to her, she's like, I wasn't naked. I had my Depends on.
Mm,
Oh man.
poor thing.
Oh, goodness.
So when you said naked but with her hammer, that just popped into
Yep.
my head.
Gotta have a trusty hammer.
Right, right.
Gotta.
Everybody carries their hammer, even when they're walking in the forest by the lake without any
Mhm.
clothes on. I don't want to think about how she'll carry it if she needs both hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah. Uh, Jaime. Let's look at some Jaime.
20th century. I've got mine up.
Okay, which one?
Go on.
It's page 19, the three middle panels of
Okay.
what looks like Hopi just going through the 5 stages of grief in a span
In
of
in
30
in,
seconds.
in three panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
As
great.
as Penny is telling her all that's been going on. And it's like Penny's still telling her like what's going on with her, but this
Right.
is Hopi digesting what Penny just told her about Maggie and
They're
realizing that
both
she's been kind of a
they're
dick to Maggie.
they're both just so good at the triptych.
Hmm.
Mm.
The three panel story. I mean, in another world, they're daily cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So many of their stories could have been told as daily comic strips.
Hmm.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, this one's gonna be mine. I just love the expressions on her face.
no, it's great. It's great. There are just so many good ones in this one. I think I'm going with Norma and Negra at the fair.
Hmm.
So it's tempting to go with just throwing the ball, but I'm going with the full page at the fair or at the carnival.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good one.
I love the roller coaster one in
I do
particular.
too. But
So,
it's neither one of them is particularly known for being happy
Yeah.
for very different reasons. I mean, and Norma always pretends to be happy, but like you can see that it's only I mean, Norma is one of his masterpieces because he can draw her smiling with eyes that make it clear that she's dead inside.
Hmm.
You
mm,
know, he manages to draw the smile that doesn't reach the eyes, and that's
Yeah,
not
that's a
easy,
skill. That's a
right?
skill.
Um, and Negra is always unhappy in part because she knows that her mom's unhappy and she hates that her mom pretends to be happy and expects her to pretend to be happy too,
Yep.
but so to like see a page where they just enjoy each other's company.
Genuinely enjoy
yeah.
it too.
Right. Right.
That's the big difference.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and my well, I already kind of gave it away, didn't I? I love, well, I think those two car panels. That one with them driving. I think that's just gorgeous.
The
Yeah.
one at the first two.
The top, no, the top one there, and then the one with the motel in the foreground. I thought that
Oh,
was
okay.
sweet, man. That was sweet.
Those are beautiful.
They
Just those
are.
shots are just
But yeah, I
gorgeous.
think that the one with that top one is
Mhm.
there is something really lovely about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So Maria, you're traveling next week, right?
Yeah.
And I am also not free next week. And the week after that is, I think, C2E2.
It is
Yeah.
What?
So
because
uh, the Chicago Entertainment and Comic Expo.
Oh, right,
Um,
right.
so I think we're gonna reconvene in 3 weeks,
Okay. What date
probably.
is that, guys?
That'll be the 19th.
I was gonna say
Okay.
18th,
Yeah.
19th, one of those days.
18th is a Friday.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
So,
be right.
so reconvene on the 19th.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Remember, I'll be on Central European.
But for now, we're just gonna do it the same time, which is 3 for us, and I think 8 for you that
Oh, yeah,
day.
in the evening. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Um, and if we'll figure it out if we need to change after that. But we'll
Sounds
do
good.
Luba number 2 and Penny Century number 6. Um,
Sweet.
Cool.
and we're rapidly approaching the end of the in-between years. So we'll be doing double duty with some Love and Rockets Volume 2 and some Luba for a while.
Hmm.
We're getting
So
there.
we are. We are.
Exciting.
We're only like 50 some odd issues from catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time. We got time.
Exactly.
we can
They
do it.
only put out 3 or 4 issues a year. We will
Mhm.
catch up.
Mm.
We got this.
Um, so as always, it's been great, Marisol and Maria, and for 22 panels, we will see you after the next page.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.